Hello everyone, Cherie Wayman here from Fanklemade. With the festive season upon us, I thought it would be a good time to show you how to create a simple snowflake in Silhouette Studio using the basic edition. So let's get started. The snowflake design is going to be based on diamonds and circles. To achieve that, go over to the left-hand menu and select the drawing tools, and first of all select an ellipse. With the shift button down to keep it symmetrical, drag out a circle. This is the first object we're going to use, and secondly, on the right hand side is the polygon. Bring that onto the page, drag out, and you get a polygon. So these are the two shapes that we're going to use. The circle, we'll come back to shortly, but the polygon is what I want to do first because I want to create a diamond from that. This object gives you the ability to change the number of sides to it. However, I want 4, so I'm dragging it to the left. As you can see, it's a slightly lopsided square at the moment. These little red nodes here enable you to enlarge, swivel this object around. What I want to achieve is having this corner and this corner directly above, one above the other. If I click on the little node here and hold my shift button down at the same time, it immediately puts that object into an upright position for me. It may not be upright as a square, but it is for the diamond shape I want. I don't need this functionality anymore. So at this point, the object's going to be changed to a path. Right hand click, select right hand click, convert to path. So these are the two basic shapes now that are going to be used for the rest of the snowflake. We can drag them off the page slightly so that we can come back to them as we need them. Right hand click on this, copy and paste. To create a more diamond shape, just use one of the nodes on the center at the sides, either drag it in or drag it out. Obviously for a diamond I want to make it more narrow, so just push it in, and once I'm happy with the shape, stop there. This is going to be used several times, so copy and paste and take off the page. First one, let's create another little diamond inside. Right hand click, copy and paste. Just resize it using one of these corners. Just drag it down to a size that you are happy with. Take it over to the original diamond. And before we do anything else, I'm going to copy that diamond again because I'm going to use it for another tutorial. Okay, so select all that. Once you're happy with it, center it, and you saw this little one move slightly. Right hand click, make compound path. And making a compound path means that these now work as one and they color as one as well. So if I went to the color mode here, click on that, the center part does not color. If I release the compound path, you could color this internal diamond. This one I want to have smaller than this diamond, so I'm going to bring it down first of all and present it to this one because it's going to sit at an angle. We don't have to worry about accuracy at this moment. Possibly like that. Take it back to its original position, upright. Come in a little bit. Look for that circle. Copy and paste. And copy and paste again because I want it twice for this little diamond. Go in again. This is way too large, so resize it, shift button down, okay, and resize this one. They don't have to be the same size. And I think I'm going to make this central to this diamond, so keep that one selected, select the diamond up to the center there. It moved a little bit into position, and make that a compound path. The top one here I want to weld, so once again make sure it's aligned. This time I want it aligned central. Select it all and weld. Colour that, and we have another diamond shape. This one first, let's make that into a basic snowflake, and to do that we need to replicate it and have it rotate around. With it selected, go over to the right hand side and there's a replicate panel here. The first thing I want to do is create a mirror of this immediately beneath it, and this function here can do that. Click on it and it says mirror below, and you can see that they meet and they are one above another. Group that together. Back over to this panel, rotate copies, and as I want 6 sides, click on that one. Group it together. Just move it over slightly, bring this one into the picture. Same thing again, mirror below, group, and rotate in the same way. So again we have 6 sides, and group. We have one other little bit that we want, it's a circle in the middle. So copy and paste, center it, and this time I want it welded. So up here on the top there is a weld button, and now that's all welded. Copy and paste those in case I need to go back to them. Get them off the page. Present this small one to the larger one. And what I want with this is I want these, should go in a bit closer, I want these here. Now I've chosen 6 points to this snowflake, and in terms of a circle there are 360 degrees in a circle, so each of these points is 60 degrees from the next one, because 6 into 360 is 60. To get this green snowflake into the center here, we don't want it to rotate 60 degrees, we only want it to rotate half to go into the middle, so that's 30. With that in mind, if we go over to the right hand panel here, select the transform panel, up on the top there is a rotate option. It gives you the opportunity to rotate at fixed degrees, or you can customize it. I'm just going to type in 30 there and hit apply. And that has brought this little snowflake into a position where it's just between the major points of the larger one. Now we're almost there. You don't have to do anything else with this. If you're printing it, you could print the snowflake exactly as it is. If you wanted to colour it a bit more and have colour in the diamonds and the little circles here, we need to do something else to achieve that. And if you wanted to cut it, you would not want to have all these cut lines here unless you were cutting them individually and layering them up manually once the snowflake has been cut. If you want to cut the snowflake all in one, you really need to get rid of these cut lines here, which means welding. And once you weld, you will lose or may lose some of the little cut areas here. So let's give it a go. I'm going to copy and paste that so that I come back to it. Select it all, center it to make sure it's in its exact position, and click weld. So now you have the snowflake as a whole, but you have all these little cut areas which you may want to colour up as well. You can do a couple of things. You can copy and paste this one. I shall give it another colour so that we can see what we're doing. Release, right hand click and release the compound path, which means they are no longer part of this snowflake, but they're quite pretty in their own right, so you may want to group that together and take it off the page for future use. Ensure that this snowflake is at the back, so right hand click center back, bring this one over, and you have the basis of the snowflake. And the way, because I haven't actually centralized everything, you can see it's got quite a nice little drop shadow, so you can play with that a little bit too. The shadow gives it a bit of a 3D effect. What we have lost is the little circle in the middle here, so it seems I'm going to have to repeat that over to the left here, copy paste, that's actually not a bad size, click on that, click on the greener snowflake, center it and make a compound path. Instead of creating the background by releasing the compound path, what you can also do is choose an offset panel. If we click on the snowflake itself, go over to the right hand side, you have an offset panel here. Select offset and it will create an outline all the way around the shape. You can make that larger or smaller. The larger it is, the less detailed it is on the shape outline. The smaller it is, it will create, as you can see, tiny little cut lines here as well. But it's your choice. click apply, pull it away, and to be rid of these little cut areas here, just right hand click, release compound path that way, delete those, bring these back into the picture. I'll give that some colour, and the centre. So that's a slightly different way of doing it as well. You naturally can print that as it is. You can cut that because you'll end up with two pieces to cut, and then you layer them on top of each other. Or if you just want the one, you just cut that one out. Just undo that. So there we have it. Two versions of a simple snowflake. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, and if you have, please don't forget to subscribe and like my page. This is Cherie Wayman from Fanklemade. May you have a happy Christmas, and I look forward to seeing you the next time. Bye for now.